Okay.
So, this is a story about me and my brother-in-law, and he took me fishing. I don't know, I must have been like 14 or 15. I hadn't been fishing that many times, and he's got his brand new, that's right, he had his brand new, like, what was it? It was composite. He's got his and his Dowler reel, you know, his brand new, and he's like, yeah, this is great, and he's new Dowler reel, and so he's got 2 fishing rods, and he's got a bucket. He gives me a bucket and 1 fishing rod, and he's got a tackle box and the bait and the fishing rod. And he goes, "Let's go out on the jetty, John." Yeah, like all the way up. So at the end of Breezing Point, there's this jetty, right? And there's a buoy at the end of it, and it's a blustery day. It's overcast. Like, no, but this is good for fishing, you know. And you know the waves were hitting the rocks and splashing up, and the 2 of us are walking out on the jetty, and you know, I'm like, I'm okay. I'm walking with mine, and he's behind me, and he can't really keep up with me. But so I keep on saying, yeah, hold on, John, wait a second. You know, it's like a little slippery here, a little slippery. And then at one point, oh, and he also had a net. That was the 3rd rod. He had his new net, which was like a butterfly net, you know. And he's behind me, and all of a sudden he's like, you know, it gets a little slippery, you know, because the algae and whatever's growing on the rocks, and so I'm doing okay. And all of a sudden he's like, whoa, hey, John, here, whoa, and I turn around, and he's got his bow legs like in between 2 rocks, and he's hanging on to all his new gear. He's like, take the rod, and so I take the rod, and you know, he recovers, and then we walk the rest of the way. Whew, you know, we get out there. Now we get settled in, and he's you know, he's putting the bait on the hooks, and he's explaining a couple of things to me, right? So all of a sudden, out of the corner of his eye, you know, we look the other way, and he goes, "Check out this fucking nanny goat." And I look down, and here comes this like Spanish guy, you know, who's probably been here 1,000 times before. He's like, who are these 2 white guys in my spot, you know? But he's like just coming down, you know, negotiating. That's the first thing out of Jerry's mouth was like, check out this fucking nanny goat. So the 2 of us had a good laugh there. And then, of course, you know, we're fishing, and that guy, he goes past us. He, like, hops. This guy hops right past us, you know. Hola! And he goes farther out, right to the edge of the rock. And then Jerry and I, you know, he explains to me, he goes, now, these aren't bass, John. This is bluefish, you know, so you got to be careful because it'll take your fucking finger right off, all right? I was like, oh yeah? Not my finger. You know, I didn't say it to him. I said it to myself. He goes, that's why I got the net, you know? So, you know, and we start to fish, and he gets one. And he got so excited. He was like, I got one. And he's bringing it in and bringing it in. And it was a legit one, too. It was a good size one. And he pulls it out of the water, and it's flopping around. And he's like, grab it, John, grab it. Because the net was over there, you know, and John was over here, you know. So I couldn't reach over there and get the net. He's like, grab it, John, grab the bucket. Get the bucket, just grab it. I'm like, I'm not grabbing this fucking thing and having my finger bitten off. Fuck you. You know? It's like, come on. And by the time I got it, the fish, he knew he had a chance, and the fish just ripped him from the fin and went his way. And Jerry was just like, fuck, what's the matter, man? Why didn't you grab it? I told him, say, I'm not having my fucking finger taken off by any bluefish for you. It was one thing if it was mine, but it's yours. And that was it.
That was it.
That was it.
Good story. Very funny, Jerry. We're going to send this to you, Jerry, because...
Hey, Jerry. How you doing? Been a long time, my friend.
Yes, John has really
I'm glad to hear
funny
you're doing
stories.
well.
Yeah. All right. Bye.